We have breaking news out of the portal. Carson Beck, Georgia's starting quarterback up until late in the season when he got hurt, enters the transfer portal. This is shocking news to me. I thought he was definitely coming back because the backup who played the last 2 games of the year, he didn't look that good to me. And so I thought Carson Beck was either going to go pro or going to come back to Georgia since he got injured. But today, he's told us he's made his decision, or the reports are that he's made his decision and he'll be entering the portal. And I'm hearing and seeing on Twitter that there's a rumor out that he might be headed to Miami, or Miami's really targeting him to come there. We know that Miami has a lot of money. As we saw last year, they got Cam Ward. If they can get Carson Beck, this would be another big pickup for them, so we can watch them go 9-3 or 8-4 and underachieve again, but they're back. They'll never be back. It's a joke down there. They don't even have fans. So if Carson Beck wants to leave the University of Georgia and go there, I don't understand it. Maybe Georgia has, clearly they have someone else coming in, or they believe in the backup more than him and they let him know, hey, we're going to start him next year. But I just don't see how that's possible. And I don't see why Carson Beck would want to leave. Is there some beef we don't know about between him and Kirby Smart? Or is it just he's going to get offered so much money in the open market that he knows, hey, I love Georgia, but I've already won there. I've already had success there. I already know what it's like. I could go to Miami and make $6 million this year. I got to take that. I don't know if I'll get injured again. I don't even know if I'll heal from this injury. So he's probably thinking, yeah, I got to go take that money. I got to go down to Miami and play in front of no fans. I'm so excited. He's going to be excited for the good weather, the beaches, the women, and every other day but Saturday down there. And then he's going to go from the SEC to the ACC. But maybe he doesn't go there. But I don't really see any other big schools that are still open, for him to go that need a quarterback at this point. He entered the portal very late. And I guess, because the playoffs are over. But I don't understand why he was waiting until then. What was he waiting for? Why didn't he announce this early, like December 8th, the first day of the portal? Because he was already injured. And so what are you waiting on? You know you want to go. Like, it's like, did he wait to see how the backup quarterback played? But the backup quarterback didn't really play good. So, like, why would that matter? And then the other backup quarterback, Jalen Rashada, who was, at one point a 5-star, he transferred too. So now Georgia has one quarterback right now, and then whatever high school guys they're bringing in. I don't know. I feel like Georgia has something up their sleeve. They're going to bring in somebody big. They're going to somehow steal a guy, somebody that ain't been in the portal, somebody starting quarterback out there that's really good. They're going to be hitting that portal and going to Georgia. That's what I think. And then Carson Beck, the rumor is he's going to Miami. But that's a big risk on both sides, because in the bowl game, in the Pop-Tart Bowl, we saw Cam Ward, and then we saw the backup, Emory Williams, for Miami. And he's not ready. He's a joke. He's had time the last 2 years, and he's just not that good. As a Florida State fan, I watch a lot of ACC, and I know I've seen a lot of Miami games. He ain't ready. So Carson Beck would definitely be an upgrade, but I don't think he would have a Cam Ward season, especially coming off of injury. And the main receiver that'd be coming back from Miami transferred to Georgia. So it's like, that just wouldn't make any sense. But everything's a numbers game. College football has permanently changed. A guy like Carson Beck, 5-10 years ago would never transfer out of that perfect position at Georgia. Never transfer out of, trying to become a legend at Georgia, even though we know he won't be, because he's kind of let Georgia down, and he hasn't, won a lot of the big games, and he really hasn't been he's been okay. He's won games, but I don't think he's won a championship yet. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. And then before him, we had Stetson Bennett, or not we, Georgia had Stetson Bennett, and that guy was like a movie story. He's like the Georgia Rudy, He's like he looks like the most average guy, and he came out there and had 2 national championships and really overachieved. And so the bar was set high for Carson Beck, who was coming in as a big-time recruit. So maybe he's tired of hearing about that from the Georgia fans, or maybe he's tired of them calling him Sid from Ice Age. I don't know. I'm really confused as to, why all this is happening. But I'm confused with a lot of the players' decisions nowadays. But then again, when I really think about it, I'm not confused because I know what it all comes down to: money. And if I'm Carson Beck, if I'm Cam Ward, if I'm any of these guys in that portal, if another school, even the rival school I don't like, offers me $1 or $2 million more than the other school, I'm going there because I understand business, I understand economics, and I understand that 1 to 2 million, you put that in the bank, you lock that away to gain some interest, compounding interest over time. Wow, you could live off that. You got a lot of money there that you just earned by just switching schools for 1 year. And we know that Carson Beck will get the bag somewhere because schools are desperate. Some desperate school like Miami will give him the bag. But I'm just trying to think of the top schools. They all already got quarterbacks, so I just don't know. Maybe Ohio State, maybe, but I think they're going to give that starting job to the backup, the 5-star kid that stayed there, because Aaron Norland transferred. The other guy, he wears like number 33, or he has a really weird number. But maybe Carson Beck could go there for a year. Michigan. But no, Michigan just brought in the true freshman, paid him the most ever, Bryce Underwood. So he's going to start. So he can't go to Michigan. I really don't know where he's going to go. Auburn already got a quarterback. Alabama still has their quarterback. That would be interesting. What if he decided, hey, I'm going to transfer to Alabama? But that would make no sense either because you're still in the SEC. Then you transfer to a worse roster and a situation where they expect winning even more than Georgia. Like, I don't know. Then you have to play your old team possibly twice a year. That doesn't make sense either. So the way I'm looking at it, this one really shocked me. And you have to think of the implications for Georgia next year. Like, who's going to be the quarterback? Who's going to be the quarterback? I don't know. But I know that they're working on something. They're working on something, and they're going to bring in someone big. They have to. If you have that talented of roster like Georgia does, and you don't bring in a transfer quarterback that has a better resume than the backup guy that we saw play, that didn't play that well, you need to bring in a big name. Whoever is left, the big name, or go steal somebody, that's who you need to bring in. You're the Georgia Bulldogs, like you're the new dynasty. Alabama's kind of falling by the wayside, so now you're taking over. I know it's different because we're not developing guys anymore. Instead, we're just taking guys from the portal. But you got to go find a quarterback. And I'm sure some guys are ready to leave their school after seeing that, the spot at Georgia's open now. Oh, okay. Well, here, we're a decent team. Say I'm the quarterback at like Iowa or like one of those teams that are like on the verge. Even Indiana, let's say hit that quarterback. He had a real good year. I think he might be a senior though. But say I was that quarterback and I just seen the Georgia job just came open. Or even the quarterback from Vanderbilt. The quarterback from Vanderbilt easily could go play at Georgia. He's amazing. We saw him beat Alabama. We saw him beat SEC teams with Vanderbilt's roster with not much talent around him. He could go be the quarterback at Georgia. And that would be, to me, personally, I think that would be an upgrade. So we'll see. But, all right, guys, it's Bias Sports. Let me know what you think to this surprising news of Carson Beck entering the portal. I'm out.